if you know who you are, buddy, you still have your location on, to let you know. Just to, I don't know if, that was a mistake. I don't know if you just magically forgot, but, if you want to, just
Nah,
giving
he
you
didn't forget.
I'm just giving you the choice and chance, you can turn it off, you can keep it on, whatever, but just know that yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, who's your favorite ex?
Oh,
I think
I'm gonna fucking cry because this, like, I'm gonna cry.
don't drop.
No, I'm not gonna name drop. We're gonna call him Jay.
Okay.
Just Jay. And if you like she said, God, please, if you were here, yeah. So we're gonna call him Jay, and the reason it's like almost the same way. Now, mind you, I've had a real relationship before him. Actually, was a real relationship, but that relationship didn't, and it has something to do with it. So just be patient, please. It has something to do with it. The relationship I had with him was spectacular. I like 100% like when I go out. I think he is the reason why I have so much high expectations, and he's the reason I look for certain things because of him and and what he showed me. Um, he was a wonderful person. Like I'm talking, like she said, if he walked back in my life wanting to do something or wanting to date again on everything I fucking love, what I wouldn't overthink or I wouldn't hesitate for a fucking second. I will be in his fucking bedroom talking and gossiping. Like I was so, and I'm still so in love with that guy. I'm so in love with you. Please, if you're listening, please. Anyways, um, um, like you are the best thing that ever happened to me in my entire existence. You know how to talk to me. You know how to reassure me. You know how to like say things to make me like not overthink. For throughout that entire relationship, I did not have to overthink. Throughout that entire relationship, I didn't have to fucking sit there and wonder what he was doing because almost every day he would tell me what his day was. And that's what I want. I want major communication like that. Um, I didn't have any anxiety when I was with him because he would always say the right thing to get me to calm down if I ever had to. And he was such a smooth talker too. Like, and he was so fucking cute. He's so adorable, and he's just like, I'm trying to try not to say too much because I'm gonna fucking cry. um, but other than that, I would have come back to you in a heartbeat, baby. I still love you so much, and that's that the moment or and it was short lived. The reason why it was short lived is because distance got us. Distance took a toll and got us. And I remember this was recent too because he texted me recently saying, "Oh, I was just thinking about you," and I'm like thinking about me, or because I was thinking about him too. Um, I will never forget this. He said, and I quote, I'm gonna read from the text here, and I quote, "In a perfect world, I would have made you mine, and you would be over here forced to do my homework with me." And that stuck with me. That fucking quote right there. That's that sad ass. I'm gonna cry quote stuck with me, and it still sticks with me to this fucking day. And it was like a couple weeks. It was like a couple, almost a week ago, and it stuck with me because I wish that perfect world was right here. Honestly, like I'm not gonna try and say too much because again, I'm getting emotional already. But Jay, if you know who you are, for the love of God, text me and I'll be ready. Do you have anything to add?
You got me thinking about him. No, cause, oh my gosh, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest, he probably hates my guts because, like I said, I ended the relationship, but I only ended it because I think that for me, at much I was going through my own personal shit that I can't even explain. And it was just like, I did not want to drag him down because he was just doing so good in his own personal, life. I mean, listen, he was struggling too, but he was getting on. He was getting on, and I think that I didn't want to struggle together. I don't think that is healthy, and I to drag him down. You know what I mean? I didn't want to drag him down. I didn't want to put him in an awkward place where he would have to care about my emotions and care about his mental health, and I knew I couldn't be the girlfriend that he needed, and I just couldn't. And it was just like a big thing where like I wanted him to feel loved and important, and I wanted him to feel like I wanted him to find someone that could really treat him right, that could really prioritize what he needed. And I was so when I tell y'all, I was so upset myself because to this day I regret it. I regret the hell out of it. And I'm so scared of contacting him. I keep thinking about contacting him and apologizing, but I'm like, no, he's not gonna answer. He's not gonna answer. He's gonna just blatantly ignore me, which I'm not even gonna blame him for. I'm not even gonna, make it seem like, he has to. He really doesn't. And from what I've seen on social media, and he is really making something of himself, and he's doing great. And I love that for him, and I hope that he's doing well, and I hope he's taking care of himself. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. But oh my god, bro, I was so in love with. So where I had to express myself, I wasn't able to do so. I totally regret it, and if I had a time machine, I would. That's one of the only relationships I would go back to. He is probably the only out of all of my exes that I actually miss. The rest of them can kick rocks and suck dicks, but him, motherfucker, come back to me, man. If you don't want to, I can respect that. If you if you happen to see this, if you don't want to, I'm fine with that too. You got free will, but if you miss me too, I don't think you do because you don't think about your exes. But if you happen to, um, you can hit me up. You can yeah, my Instagram, my TikTok, hit me up. I might just actually. Okay, you can move on to the next segment.
51-minute segment, by the way.
We need some variety. I'm gonna go and fuck up again.
Next segment is.
Next segment
is our unpopular opinions. Now, I will say this because she's gonna be texting her ex.
I'm not texting him.
The key components are situationships, talking stages, cheatings, or future expectations of your partner. So I'm guessing it means for situationships. I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie. You'd have to say that. But future expectations is what do you want? What do you see in your partner that's nobody else would ever think of or agrees with? Unpopular. It's an unpopular opinion, chat. Jeez Louise. We got one more segment after this. Oh, actually, we got two more. Well, 1.5 segments after this. So unpopular opinion. I want to start off. Now, are these questions or unpopular opinion is just...
Oh, he has a switch. He has a switch.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just got excited. My bad. My bad.
Are we talking about situationships, talking stages, cheatings, or future expectations, or are we choosing one of them to talk about?
We're talking about all of them.
Fuck, 6. Damn it. Because, okay. Could you, for the audience and mostly for me, explain? Please.
Hold on one second. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different
Things.
4 different. Is it 4? Or is it 5? I think I could have sworn I added 5. Whatever.
No, just for 4. Situationships, talking stages, cheating, future expectations of your partner.
So the first one, like for example, the situationships, we would give our opinions about that. Now, granted, okay, I don't think you know what a situationship is.
I've never had one.
You probably have, but you probably didn't label it as that. You never actually know when you have them because you don't label them as situationships. They just kind of come into your life unexpectedly. So a situationship is basically, in my terms, I know there's like different like definitions for it and different like expectations, but in my terms, it's like an in-between type of situation where you don't know what the hell you are. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're dating that person because 9 times out of 10 in a situationship, feelings are not really talked about. Like, I mean, they're talked about, but they're not really like, nothing is really put into place and definite. So
just a bunch of confusing talk.
Yeah, but like, you don't know what label to put on it because this person is like making their intentions unclear as fuck, basically. Then the next one is talking stages.
I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip the situationships because again, I don't think I've ever had a situationship unless I did and can't remember it.
I have. That shit's painful.
So we can talk about that.
Talking stages, cheating, and then future expectations of your partner. Which, I mean, we don't have to talk about this because it's literally just what we talked about on the first one. So we can skip that one because I wrote that, not realizing we were already going to talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah, we can just focus on the 3. As far as situationships goes, this isn't really unpopular because I think everybody has this opinion. They fucking suck. I'm going to say that right now.
I'm talking about situationships?
Them bitches suck. Because I'm trying to say this as PG as possible. Because these, oh my gosh. For me, at least, situationships are so confusing, so painful, because you care so much about this person and you know where you stand with that person, but they don't know. They don't get it. Their feelings is just not there. They're indecisive as hell. So you're left questioning, like, do you